So how do we get to 100K? Just by leveraging our personal credit. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all the game. Here's how you do it. So there's a thing called credit card stacking. And what credit card stacking is, you just, wait till late at night, of course. You go and you apply for multiple credit cards all at one time, right? So the way that you do this, if you open up different browsers, let's say you want to get go get approved for 4 credit cards to equal your 100K, 20, 20, 20, or 25, 25, 25, whatever. Maybe you want to do 5 cards, maybe you want to do 6, whatever you want to do to equal your 100K in one day. You open up those browsers, and the key thing to remember is you fill everything out, but do not press submit until you fill all of the applications out, right? One thing that helps you get approved is, of course, having all of the things we listed before, applying at night, and making sure you press submit on all of the applications within a 90-second period. So that's why I say fill it out first, then go and press submit on all of the applications. Another thing that helps you get, if you want to be strategic and making sure that you're not racking up on inquiries. One thing we do teach is that you want to apply for credit cards that report to different bureaus, that pull from different bureaus. So you might get a card that pulls from TransUnion. You might get a card that pulls from Equifax. You might get a card that pulls from Experian. You might do two cards that pull from TransUnion, 2 from Equifax, 2 from Experian. So now you can apply for those things, but it won't be so many inquiries because they're pulling from different bureaus. And when you're strategic and you're learning about which bureaus they pull from, then you know how to keep your inquiries at minimum, but getting the most credit, right? Does that make sense? Comment yes if that makes sense. All right, so here are some of the credit cards that you can, apply for. So Capital on Tap is going to be a soft pull. And what a soft pull means is that basically they pull your personal, they say yes, okay, good. They pull your personal credit, but it's not going to affect it. So with Capital on Tap, this is a business credit card. You want to make sure that all of that stuff that I mentioned before about your structure of your business, you have the business email, you have the business telephone number, you have all of those things together before you apply for Capital on Tap, right? And so this one is you have to, I believe you have to be in business for at least 6 months for a Capital on Tap. So if you haven't been in business that long, don't apply for that one. Wait. And the reason why I say don't apply for that one yet is because when you apply for Capital on Tap, if you get denied, they are going to make you wait 6 months before you can reapply. But it doesn't affect your personal credit score. I just don't like that you have to wait a whole 6 months to reapply. Capital One, I don't necessarily, we will use Capital One if we have to, but I don't really lean towards using Capital One. It's called Capital One Spark. Their business cards are called Capital One Spark. The only reason why I don't necessarily like using Capital One Spark all the time is because they do report to business, they do report to personal credit. So they're one of the outliers. Ideally, we like getting business credit cards that don't report to personal credit because then we aren't so strict with them with keeping the utilization low and making sure, certain things that we have to do on a personal credit side, right? So next is going to be Amex. You can get approved for multiple Amex cards with one inquiry at one time. You just apply like I told you how to apply, what we just discussed. Marcus Gold Sachs, that's going to be a business credit card. It's funny, it's owned by Apple. And there's a hack that you can be able to get approved for this one without getting an inquiry as well. So what you basically do is you go and apply, you get your acceptance letter and do not accept the offer just yet. What you do is you go back and then you go and freeze your TransUnion account. You go and freeze your TransUnion credit report. Then you go back and accept the offer. Once you do that, you won't get a hard inquiry, but you'll get the credit. So that's a little hack you could try. All right. Then Amazon business credit card, they're partnering with American Express. Alliant is another, what are they? Credit union. Then you got all of these. So this is an easy way to get 100K, because here, Chase, they will literally, they have large limits, right? Chase has large limits. American Express, sometimes they have no preset limit, right? You can charge up to, I think one of my American Express cards goes up to like 80,000. The other one goes up to like 50,000. But anyway, you could get multiple American Express cards. You could get all of these. So that's going to be another way to be able to get 100K in business funding, right?